with shoehorning in a substation in RA5 that wasn't spelled out in the CUP. I do think we need to look at the mitigating factors. I'm not saying, let me start by saying, this is going to happen. These power lines are going to be in our valley. I don't see any way to get around it. All we can do, and you know, we just try as citizens to give back to the community and try to reflect everybody's opinion. But nobody likes power lines, they're gonna be here. So we're just trying to get it as good as we can get it. And I think it's been improved over time. I don't think it can drag out forever. I think we're getting to the point. But I'm personally not comfortable just throwing a substation in tonight's application. I'm not comfortable. So that's my primary concern. I think the Midway Planning Commission is asking for some detail. You know, I don't know that that's a requirement for our application, but I think it would be helpful. I think if we decide on power poles, I think we can get that much closer to better information. In terms of this, because I know this comes up a lot, is alternative routes keep coming up. And I am sympathetic to the position, this is going to keep coming up forever. Somebody's always going to say, there's a better way, not near my house. I'm skeptical that an engineer is going to find a better route. I'd like to think you worked in good faith, this is the route that makes sense. But with a continuance, if somebody gets a credible engineered alternative route, let's know about it. If they're given that chance, the one last chance, then we can shut it down and say, you had every chance to do it. So my personal view is, I don't want to vote no, but I will do that if we have to vote. Otherwise, I'd prefer to see a continuance and a little more refinement and some more info on the substation. And I will
to Commissioner Hendrick's point, the substation is kind of an issue that has been thrown into this tonight. It's a shame, as you mentioned earlier, that Heber City and Midway, I mean, we deal with these lines when they come into the county, and then when they go into the city, that's Mr. Payne's and Whitney. And Whitney's, I mean, we have no say in that. The fact that they're using the existing pole system or lines, I'm all for that. I mean, the biggest surprise is they're going to be 15 or 20 feet taller than they are now. Am I right? Whatever. And I appreciate the fact that you guys have come way down from 110 to better numbers. Again, the substation is somewhat of an issue, but the fact that we're staying with the existing lines and the existing pole, the existing layout, I think that's a real positive thing, and a good reason to kind of move this forward. That's all I've got. Cool.
This is a tough issue. It really is. One that I'm personally affected by. One that we've known was coming for a long time. We spent an enormous amount of time on this already. And I know the applicant has spent untold hours. Personally, been in many, many meetings, both here and other locations. I do feel like at some point we have to have finality. And I prefer to look at it from the perspective of what are our duties as commissioners. Someone comes before us on an application, have they met their burden? And if they have, we got to look at the law it said and do what the law tells us to do. So I look at the conditional use statute in 1727A, Title 6, and it says the land use authority shall approve the conditional use if reasonable conditions are proposed, or can be imposed to mitigate the reasonably anticipated detrimental effects of the proposed use. And so the question for me is, has the applicant met that burden? And if they have, has the opposing side, in this case the affected property owners, the people who wrote the letters, everyone else, have they come to show that the proposed detrimental effects have not been mitigated here. And I guess what I sort of was hearing here, that I've heard a lot of speculation about what neighbors might feel like, that there may be another proposed route somewhere, that somebody hasn't done something that they're supposed to do, but I think this, in my opinion, a lack of evidence to the contrary, and having looked at everything that Rocky Mountain Power and Beaver Power have proposed, I feel like they probably have met the burden. With that said, this is not a perfect plan. Someone's going to have a substation near their home. Someone's going to have a telephone or a power line near their home. So there's always going to be a neighbor that wants to sit down personally with Rocky Mountain Power and Beaver Power and discuss this and that. I'm not sure that the code requires that. I think the code looks at the county as a whole. I think it looks at the public needs, not an individual homeowner. And while we need to be mindful of all these things, we could have 100 of these meetings going through those type of concerns. So I question tonight whether the applicant has gotten this burden that we should probably have. I also think that for me the issue is there's an allowed use and then there's a conditional use, a permitted use and a conditional use. And the permitted use is 49-foot tall power poles. The conditional use is anything above that. So the real question in my mind before this body is there been a showing of what the detrimental impacts on the public are from the difference between a 49-foot pole and a 70, 80, 85-foot pole. I don't think there's been any evidence on that whatsoever. So my main concern was if we even continue, certainly deny, and if we continue, are we putting ourselves in are we exposing ourselves to legal liability? The worst case scenario is that we deny it, it goes up on appeal, Rocky Mountain Power litigates this, and they certainly have the financial means to do this, and they have done it many times before. We end up losing on appeal, then we pay for the attorney's fees, and it's a worst case scenario. You know, it ends up happening anyway, which we all know is going to happen, and we end up, as a county, paying a lot of legal bills and a lot of heartache. I am concerned about that. The Utah courts, Court of Appeals, and the Supreme Court have both issued recent opinions on this very subject and been very clear that we have limited discretion if the applicant has met its burden. It's not fair for us to deny that because we think there may be something else out there. I don't think it's fair for us to deny it because the homeowners may be able to bring in an engineer, and that probably should have been done tonight, or at one of the previous public hearings, and there have been many. As much as I'd like to see that at some point, it has to come to an end and the decision has to be made. I feel like, I don't know what else the applicant could have done, personally. I feel like they've operated in good faith, and I've seen a lot of evidence for them. Talked to them many, many times. We've been in meetings many, many times. The question is, on the record before us, is there enough evidence that they've met the burden? I feel like they probably have. That's my main concern. Even continuing it and certainly denying it.
I don't think continuing it subjects anybody to legal action.
Right.
I don't either.
I think an adverse decision becomes appealable or whatever the process is.
Right.
But a continuance, I don't think that's appealable. That's just my view.
I'm just not comfortable, giving them the go-ahead. I think we need, more information is